So here's what I'm doing here. I'm drilling this. Well, I already drilled it, but I'm screwing this to hold this to hold that what do you call this? Not a string, strap, dog leash. Yeah, we'll call it a dog leash. I'm putting that there to hold the line in place so it won't ride up or down. Let me just finish tying it up here. Okay, so already tying this up. It's like a guide. It's what I had. It's what I had. So let me just keep going. Okay, folks, so this is what I did. A little bit overkill. I put the ring clamps and eye bolts, and I put some of that water weld just to tighten everything up, make sure it doesn't come apart. It's a little messy, but it's okay. I mean, I should clean it up, but let's take a look. You know what? I should clean it up because it looks messy. So what I did is I bought the ring clamps, 2 of them, and then just took the part that didn't have the connector for the eye bolts and put both of them in. Now I have steering, folks. As you tighten these eye bolts up, it really clamped into the shaft, so you really didn't need. I really didn't need to put that much water weld or any at all, but just in case, I should clean some of that up. So I'm gonna let it dry and then make adjustments to the cables here, to the straps. It's a dog leash, retractable, small retractable dog leash that I barely had enough to get over here. And this little, I had told you about my little box for the switches. Now I added this little steering. As you can see, it was a Power Pro, the smaller Power Pro spool, empty spool. And then I have some eye bolts, a big bolt, an eye bolt, and then I had some extra rollers, mini rollers for painting. It's a foam one that I had to shove in there, and it worked good. And the only thing now is I have to make sure I have this secured enough where, because once I put the tension on these straps, it's gonna tend to pull it in, right? So I need to somehow secure it where the steering is taut. So right now I just have it a little loose. This is where I'm gonna be doing my little, and I'm not gonna be making donuts, so I just need a little left and right. The only thing now is I'm gonna have to leave this box attached because of I have these kind of secured here, the straps. I can take off my trolling motor because I'm gonna have these to clip onto the steering. So, but this little contraction here, my little MacGyver box, control box, will have to stay here, which is fine. It's not that expensive. Just the box is $6 Walmart. The switches, well, I can always go with ESC later on. And of course, everybody has extra spools, empty fishing spools. So yeah, it's early Friday morning. The sun's going to be out full force. Last night it was raining most of the night, so everything should dry up and I should be ready to go in the morning. So I'll keep showing you updates. Okay, boys and girls, I got my battery, so I'm starting to adjust everything here. Okay, I got the steering. Okay, so here's my little setup here. Here's my steering. It's very responsive right now. But I have this thing strapped down so to kind of keep it down because of the tension. So you can see my trolling motor. Well, it's responding. And that's all I need is just a little. I'm not going to be making donuts. Like I told you, I'm not going to be making donuts. So there you go. Little Power Pro. Again, I have this tightened down because of the tension. Here's my switches right here. If you had been following me, I didn't want to have steering, but fishing down here in the lower Laguna, there's a lot of shallow spots, sandbars and stuff. So that last time when I flipped, I was kind of going shallow. And when my motor would hit something, when I would get too shallow, my motor would hit something and it would move a little left or a little right, which made the kayak not track straight. As you recall, I had it set tight in one position where I couldn't steer, and it worked good. If you're in deep water, that should work good, but if you run into something, it's gonna hit the bottom of the trolling motor and move it left or right. So I went ahead and added steering, just in case. Not really, because I'm gonna be doing donuts or sharp turns, left turns. It's like just if I need to veer a little left, a little right. Because when I first tried it out, I was heading straight, but it had a little bit of lean to the left. You know, when you're driving in your car and it kind of sometimes goes to one side. So that's what was happening. Not too much, but just a little. So I would put my oar down in the water to catch the water to turn me the other way. So now I have a little bit of steering. Let's see how it holds up. I got my battery. I got everything set up. Letting it dry because I put water weld here on this the rings and ring clamps and stuff. That way you're not messing around, moving around, or getting loose. It's a little overkill, but that's all right. I didn't invest too much in the trolling motor. 130, I think it was. So now when I flipped over, I lost my battery. A brand new battery. I had just used it twice. So I put one of these straps to strap the battery into place. And then I got to figure out a way to secure it onto the kayak. Maybe these bungees, but I'm not sure about the bungees. Or also I could put one of those floats that you put for the anchors and stuff. That way if it does go overboard, I'll have a indicator, a floater of where it is. But yeah, I can't wait to use it tomorrow. I was messing with the switches right now. At first it didn't want to go reverse, but I don't use reverse. So I'm pretty sure the switches had gotten a little wet, but everything's working now. Let me just clean it up and adjust here and there, tighten up everything. Again, here's my little steering setup. Should be working good. Here's my switches. So I'm ready to go.